All right, welcome to another show. My name is Rod Stanley. I'm going to kill the music here. Welcome to another show of health, thought, and transformation. My name is Rod Stanley, and today I wanted to talk to you about values. This topic has been coming up a lot in my realm of consciousness over the past few days about valuing yourself. Do you value yourself enough to do what you need to do to bring yourself up out of whatever emotional pain, physical pain, mental pain that you may be going through? And no other job in my life that I've actually had brings this to light more than the career of personal training, because so much is involved with one, making the commitment to yourself to be fit. And then sometimes it also involves making financial contributions that will be beneficial for yourself. But oftentimes, I've noticed that people don't see the value in that, which ultimately equates to seeing the value in yourself and knowing that you're worth whatever investment you're going to have to make to improve your health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And sometimes that takes an investment in yourself. So that's what I wanted to dive into today. But before I get into it, my name is Rod Stanley, and welcome to another Health Thought Transformation. We're all in this world looking to improve our health in some way or other, and I think that's why that old maxim, "Health is wealth," is so important, because when you're healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you truly are wealthy, and from that state, you can create whatever reality that you'd like to create from there. On the contrary, if you're unhealthy, the only thing that you can think about then is, how can I get healthy? And your mind just stays there. And so, health, thought, and through these conversations, I'm going to talk about things that I think about that are interesting. Maybe they're interesting to you. It doesn't really matter. This is a platform for me to just talk about and vent, sometimes about things that I've been going through, experiencing, or stories that may evoke new thoughts in your mind, which in turn can shift your perspective. For the last word, which we hear, is transformation. We're all looking to transform in some type of way. Any type of time we get new information, it can shift our perspective, which can have a profound effect on our current reality. So this is Health Thought Transformation. Thanks for being here. If you like what you're hearing today, please share these videos and with someone who may benefit from them. If you don't benefit from yourself, that is my only purpose here, is to have fun talking about things that are near and dear to me, and with the hope that it sheds some light in your life and makes your life better. So, with that being said, let's get into value. I was talking to two clients of mine at the gym yesterday, and they were just talking to me about a lot of the things that they were going through. Well, not going through, things that they were doing and implementing in their lives to ensure that their health was tip top shape as they continue to age. Both of these clients, one of them is about 44, the other is early 50s, and they place a high premium on their health. So they're doing things such as, making sure their hormones are balanced, making sure they're exercise. So they hired myself and Chris, my partner in the gym, to be their trainers. They're using the holistic vibration machine that helps with lymphatic drainage. They're going to get massage. They're doing dance to make sure their health and their relationship is growing and thriving and getting new experiences. So I asked them the question. I can see it's quite apparent that you guys value your health, and you're making a lot of contributions, both financially and with your time, to ensure that your health is important. So they answered that question, and said to me, I've the gentleman, Mike, I was speaking to, said, I've seen what it's like personally to be broken and to be hurt and to be in pain, and I've experienced it from people who are around me, who went through different things and weren't feeling well. So for that reason, I put a high value on doing the painful things now, which in this case, working out, eating well. There's a little bit of what do you call it? Delayed gratification, putting things off so that he continues to age well throughout the rest of his life. And that brings me to another point. Everything in life is going to have some type of trade off. Oftentimes we see these Instagram influencers or things like that on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, promoting their workouts, and they make it look easy. But this is nothing. This that can be further from the truth. Changing your life when it comes to eating better, exercise, changing some mental thought patterns that you've been stuck in when you've been in this type of mental rut. This requires, one, a shift in perspective, and two, it could take some effort, especially if you're going through this change by doing body work first. And by body work, I mean exercise, massage, whatever it may be, because these things work on the body, which work then on the thoughts. But the quicker way for transformation is transformation of the mind and thought. That can happen very quickly, and then the proper actions can follow suit. So it can take a while, or it can be immediate change to transform your life. But it all starts with putting the value on yourself and knowing where you should place your time, your energy, and your effort to get the most return or the most on your investment in yourself. Just the other day, someone called in and they were interested in getting a personal training program. And right away, they say, well, I can't afford that. So I'm going to pass. But oftentimes, what I've experienced in my over 2 decades in this industry is that the people who are willing or who go ahead and make that investment, sometimes it's a struggle for them. Some people have money that's disposable and they can pay it easily. But I can assure you that I've never had anyone who said, I started working out, got on a workout program, and I'm worse off for it. No one has ever said that to me. They always experience some positive benefit. And what is the value of that benefit? So I had a gentleman who I trained last year who was now able to balance on one leg, able to get in and out of his tractor and things like that without pain, and was able to work around the farm daily without hurting himself. How valuable is that? What price point would you put on that? Because what we're talking about at the end of the day is, how much do you value yourself? Because paying me as a trainer isn't about enriching me, because trust me, I don't really get rich off of training people, although I'd like to. So what I'm saying is, it's more of an investment in you, because you give me the money so that I could teach you more about your body, and in return, that enhances your life. So, do you value yourself, your life, and the things that you want to do in the future enough to make that initial investment of time, of effort, or energy to change your life? And most times people don't see themselves as valuable enough to make that investment in themselves. They see something else is more valuable. Maybe it's more valuable to buy a purse. Maybe it's more valuable to get a new car. Maybe you see more value in enjoying the temporary satisfaction of a piece of cake or ice cream versus the satisfaction you get by having the discipline to avoid it. And we look at that word discipline oftentimes, especially in the English vernacular, as a negative thing. But discipline really is the route to success in many endeavors in life. And when you look at that word discipline a little bit more closely, it actually is closely related to the word disciple. And disciple, for those of you who've studied a little bit of the Bible and religion, you know that the great sage or master Jesus had 12 disciples. These disciples were students of Christ and learning his ways and learning how to act as if he did, so that they could put on the mind that Jesus had to perform different miracles and things. But they were disciples, meaning they were students. So when you become disciplined, you become a student of yourself. And this discipline that you obtain to yourself is the tutelage that you need to understand how to transform the energy within your own self so that you can create the life that you want. So discipline is a great thing because it's going to help refine you, refine your thoughts, refine your actions, refine your energy, refine how you use your time, and refine how you're going to value things so that you can have a true transformation in your life. But it all starts with recognizing that you're enough, recognizing that you're valuable, recognizing that you're worth the investment of time and energy and sweat and tears that it's going to take to transform your life. And at the heart of the matter, what I really do on a daily basis with my life is help people realize that you're valuable. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with people over the years who come to me and feel like there's hope is lost. They don't know where to get started. They've tried it a million times. They've tried it a lot of different ways, only to be yet met with more defeat. But I'm here to tell you, you have to keep going. You have to keep showing up for yourself, because you're the only one that can be your savior out of whatever life issues you have going on. So it starts with valuing yourself and seeing that you're worth it. So I just wanted to encourage someone out there today who may be struggling with their own self-value, their own self-worth, and know that you're worth it. So step into who you are meant to be and just go out there and do your thing. Don't worry about anyone else. Be strong and disciplined in your own energy, and you can get it done. And even myself being on these talks on a weekly basis, I would have never thought, what is it, 22 years ago, however long, 23 years ago, when I first became a trainer, that I would one day be talking over the computer in the hopes of inspiring someone to be the change they need to see in their own lives. But here I am. Here I am. We all evolve. Life is just an evolution should be an evolution to a higher state of consciousness and a higher state of awareness about what is going on in your life. And as I've continued to live, now at the ripe age of 45, got the little gray hair going now. That knowledge that I learned at an early age in my teens and early 20s has now transformed into the wisdom that I want to share with you, in the hopes that it can help you improve your health, transform your life. So that is it for today. Just a quick talk on value. Remember, you're valuable, you're enough. Now is the time for us to really take a hard look at what we value. And I'll leave it with this. Really take a hard look at what we value. Nothing taught us more than the year of 2020 of how it's time to reshape what we value. And this is happening in relationships, at the job, whether it's school, government. As you can see, things are in an upheaval. Even in my job is going through a transformation. In the fitness industry, everything is in an upheaval right now. So that is the true Armageddon that's happening on the inside, where we all struggle and wrestle with who are we going to be next? How are we going to exist and coexist in this new reality that's unfolding right before our eyes? And I assure you that if you continue to put the value in yourself, because all truly is self, from there you will understand who you are and be able to go out into the world and be strong and be who you are and make a difference. So continue to show up for yourself. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one. Health, thought, transformation. Go transform some lives. Bye.